Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revershal's problems?
Foreigners, financiers, leftists, academics, liberals. I thought you were my circulatory system.
Quit stalling, Bruta. We're talking about the weakest, worst, most insane thing. The weak link.
Foreigners, financiers, leftists, academics, financiers? I don't know, bro.
Yes, them. But also, women.
Huh?
Women. Men of war. You don't like them. They're insane. Their idiocy needs to be scrubbed off this world with rubbing alcohol. Woo men need to go back to the kitchen.
Oh my god, why am I ill? Why am I a misogynist? What the fuck? Why? Why is my endurance like this? Oh man. Alright, welcome back to Disco Elysium. To recap you on the last part, we have literally not made any progress compared to the last two episodes because we got to Measurehead and then I got stuck because I found out he's like a super advanced racist. And then I need to internalize his race theory, which will take apparently 2 hours. There, an hour and 39, look. So yeah, we still don't know where the basement, or sorry, we still don't know how to get to the basement door that Mr. Everett wants us to open. So I think for the most part, for about 15 minutes of this episode, I'm just gonna walk around and see if I can find the way back there. And then after those 15 minutes, if I am completely stuck and I don't find my way there, we'll look it up for the sake of the Let's Play and we'll move on from there. So, but first though, before we do any of that, let's go back to the Frit. Oh, that's right. We're at a part to where I had to roll back my save because I failed a 92% roll with Measurehead. So I need to speak to this guy again and get the key.
You're
Yeah.
hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
Yeah, this guy's with Mr. Everett, and we need to grab the key for him from the last episode. So I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, "Let us cop for less money."
He chuckles, then realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
Everett said you have a key to a door?
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
He said it belonged to a weasel.
Oh, say no more. I got you.
He taps the side of his nose with a little wink.
I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
Okay, I think the last time, in the last episode, I picked the option, I saw an opportunity, and I took it. I'm a hustle grinder. Let's try to do... I'm not opening this door for myself, I'm opening it for all working men. Let's do number 3.
I knew this man was a commie. And it's a good thing you're doing too. Thanks.
Alright, cool. He seems thankful that I'm doing
What
this.
you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, so behind the greenhouse, that's behind the whirling rags. We've seen that already because we've been to... Behind the whirling in rags is where the dead body is, and there's a fence surrounding the greenhouse, so we can't really get through it, so now we just need to walk around and find it.
Where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter.
His gaze wanders off into the distance.
None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Got it.
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker, see. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
The man takes a big sip from his flask.
He means he's not going to tell you, cause he doesn't know. But he will shoot his mouth off with you now that you're working for Everard.
Okay, nice talk. Gotta get moving. Alright. So, how do we get to... This is the guy that's... These are the scabs, apparently. How do we get to behind... Oh, right. Let's grab this money, and then let's go to Frit again to cash in the check that Everard gave us. Because we definitely need the money, but we're very ashamed of it, so... Yo.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
She returns to her magazine.
What's that magazine she's reading?
Let's proceed. I have some questions for you. Yeah, we've already gone through this conversation.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
She puts down the magazine. I need to exchange this novelty check for cash. Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know you worked for the union, sir.
She rolls up the giant novelty check. Looks like she's seen it before and slips it under the counter.
Anything else I can do for you?
No.
Nope.
Don't work for the union. The union works for you by supplying you with cash.
Rhetoric, we don't need... Yeah, we don't need it. We
That
don't
was
need to do
easy.
this.
Worryingly so.
Yeah. Okay. Oops, wrong button. Is this... I thought there would be like a door. I thought that there would be a door here that we can go behind this, but I guess not. We just need... Let's see. Go all the way over here. Not really a passageway of anything. We just need to find a way to go behind that greenhouse. Whoa, wait. I don't think I've ever been to this part of the map before. Where am I? Wait, where am I? What is this place? Oh, what's this? Got money in here? A t-shirt? Physical instrument, sure. Whatever. What's this?
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island.
What the?
Toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Who the hell? What the? How is that like not falling? Who is this?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane."
Damn. What did he earn to get that title, the insane?
As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece.
Okay. What did this king do? 92%, Encyclopedia 7. You better make this.
Even by the
Thank
standards
God.
of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
In what? I don't know what this word means. In what way?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol.
That sounds bad. That sounds very bad.
His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How did he manage to... Yeah, what? Isn't entire national treasury like a lot of money? What the hell did you do to blow through all of that? What the hell did you do?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber.
Huh?
Where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices.
So he was just hoarding them? For what?
He called it the Sol Auron. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
I would like to sleep on gold. Hustler... No. That doesn't sound comfortable. The king is the king, and he can do any... Nope. I don't agree with these two. Wait, really? There's no way that's true. A deplorable farce. No wonder everyone went to shit. Number 4, maybe? No wonder everything went to shit.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
So he was addicted to nose candy, a bloated druggie. Yeah, bloated druggie? Why cocaine?
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
Wait, they just dumped his body into the water? Wait, then why am I asking where is he buried? Wait, why does this one proceed? Pick 4. Where is he buried now?
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
So his just bones are in the bottom of... Okay. What happened to the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn of the century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
Who restored the monument, though?
Some years ago, a group of liberal,
What the hell happened to my skin?
inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city.
That would be ironic.
The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
I kind of wish there were just more explosions, though, if this is meant to be like the moment to where it exploded. Like some fake explosions here, maybe some debris here, I don't know. That's brilliant, so funny and nihilistic.
People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Those critics might have it wrong, though. There's more to it than just ironism, but you can't say what precisely. Perhaps this art mystery will be solved at a later time.
Is that the game hinting that we can probably solve that?
Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life either.
Okay, alright. I guess that's it. What's this? Oh, money. We're taking that. We're stealing that. We need a lot of money. We need all of the money. Can we get inside here? A foreign car kept in good condition. Is that it for this bottom part of this map? It seems this is like a dead end. Oh, not quite. What is this? Ruins full of snow. No one lives here anymore. I think that's about it. Wait, no? What is this? Oh, this is just an alternative. Oh, okay. It's just an alternate way to get to the front of the... Oh, what's down here? Some great tectonic force cracked the pavement like an eggshell. Okay. So, if we can't find a way to get to the greenhouse to the right, maybe if we just hug left and we'll find it. Like down here. This map is a lot bigger than I thought. I have not explored any of these areas one bit. Oh, what?
Whoa, what have we here?
A bridge? Why is visual
A
calculus?
bridge with loose nails and rot-infested wood that creaks in the wind. A construction code violation if there ever was one.
Whatever let death come. I'm a Revacholian badass, I guess. I guess I'll have to take my chances.
Guess so. Just be careful out there. One false step could cost you dearly.
Okay, if the game is telling me... if the game is telling me to be careful, I'm gonna save. A lonely cormorant surveys the sea, indifferent to your approach. Is that blood? What is this? What is this red on the ground? Is that blood? Belly of this boat shines like it was recently painted. What is this? Wait. There's a girl up there. Did she spill the paint? Oh, it's paint. Okay. Thought it was blood. Inside the frame, motorcycle in repair and to use to disassemble it. Hi. I don't know how to speak to you from down here.
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The girl stares at the sailboat by the
The
pier.
streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
That's rather specific. Okay. We just want to know your name, little lady. No need to get defensive. Don't use that tone with me. I'm the law. Let's start with your blood type and go from there. Hep. Yeah, when were you last tested? We just want to know your name, little lady. No need to get defensive.
And here I was trying to be polite. Just can't win with you pigs.
Despite the sass, she puts the brush aside.
A brush, an artist. The red splatter is urban expressionism.
You keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at? What are you doing to the wall? Do you know anything about the recent murder? What do you keep looking off to the side? What are you looking at?
The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms.
Why? Why? Wait, actually, where does that say that? She nods disdainfully towards the woman performing maintenance on the boat dock next to the pier.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
Who's that woman? Joyce Messier.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Why? What's wrong with her?
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershore. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
Who is she?
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing. You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Thanks, Kim. The only times I've been giving this advice is when someone's trying to like make me embarrass myself, or just try to be that sounds about right. But I'm like, go be wacky. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do that. Be a fucking fool.
Now, fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to Ozon.
Do you know anything about the recent murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
Okay, all right, catch you later.
Watch your back, ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
That's fine. I'm okay with that. Go speak with the lady at the boat. Yo, we gotta speak to you.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Wow, fancy.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce.
She extends her hand in
El
greeting.
Messier,
I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbor. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
She steps closer, holds out her hand over the railing. Joyce L. What does the L stands for? RCM. What is that? I'm a little foggy here. What gave us away? Joyce L. What does the L stand for?
My maiden name.
Her bony hand dangles from the sleeve of her oversized raincoat. RCM, what is that? I'm a little foggy here.
I meant you, the Revachol Citizens Militia, the police.
Ah, okay. What gave us away?
Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
Relax. She meant it in jest.
Wait, was this like the defensive option? Shake her
I'm
hand.
glad to see you here.
Her grip is tight and cold.
Like steel. There is strength there. If she wanted, she could sink her nails deep into your skin.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
Yeah, it's called alcoholism. I don't know why WWE. I don't know why I associated the WWE like theme song with alcoholism.
There's a trace of irony in his voice. Mischief, even. This is a tactic. It happens quicker than a shooting star. But did the lieutenant just wink at you?
Really? Aw.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
Okay. You're on a boat. Tell me about Wild Pines. What do you do? When you can tell me about the strike, what can you tell me about this lynching? You seem rich. Can I have some money? What the fuck? Okay. Tell me about Wild Pines. What do you do?
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
So what do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo-tribes remain.
Who are the? I'm assuming this is not in quotes, so I'm asking encyclopedia. Who are the other Indo tribes?
Son Baptiste, LUM, an unknown entity known as Brightest Star.
Yeah, you're in good company, it seems.
Why, thank you.
She does not register the real meaning of that remark. How much money does Wild Pines have?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
Wow, that's it? I thought Wild Pines was supposed to be big time. Numbers like that mean nothing to me. The money I owe is so much less than that. I want to say that just because it's funny. The money I owe is so much less than that.
Yes, past a certain point, numbers begin to seem imaginary, but they are quite real for the 72,000 employees who depend on Wild Pines for their paychecks. A conglomerate the size of Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving and growing, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It is a tremendous responsibility.
But where does the money come from, though? Where does Wild Pines get all these billions?
They started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindian Isolas 250 years ago, when pine ships explored the South Seminese and charted Lomantang on behalf of the suzerain.
Again, another paragraph where I'm like, I know it's English. Half of it I don't understand.
Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the Great Unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it.
Okay. It probably helps to start out with a royal monopoly. Or what does such a huge system want with a place like this? Yeah, let's do number 3. What do they want with, like, from what seems like a very poor area?
You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
8% of all cargo in the world. That's quite the endeavor indeed. You don't keep it moving, the workers do. The company is nothing without them. 8% of all cargo in the world. That's quite the endeavor indeed.
There are no minor cogs in the system. Each terminal must be accounted for, lest the entire system break. Every hiccup in such a system means thousands lose their jobs, the world over. I'm here to assure that doesn't happen.
Okay, why did this... You have the key... Oh, okay. What is this? The 5th Indo tribe. Jesus, 5 hours! Internalize. There. Wild Pines, Feld, Capri, Tricentennial, Villers, and LaSalle. Names of Revacholian Indo tribes spring into your head, set loose at the mention of Wild Pines. Royal monopolies, octopuses, and swordfish, most of them are gone now. YBP Expander, St. Baptiste, Brightest Star, Lum, Resplendent, East Insulindic, Welter, and El Cassette, but isn't one missing? Wait, no, there were only 14. Then why do you feel like there was a 15th tribe? I don't know. What can you tell me about the strike? Yeah, go on.
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
What is your role in this precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place.
Wait, she just admitted that the lynching and the strike are connected.
Interesting. Okay.
Now they won't even let me into the harbor. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
It's the head. Oh god, I already forgot his name. My race mentor. He's a great teacher. Oh my god. You mean Jean-Luc? I guess that will throw him off, right? If I say number 1.
Oh, so you've met him. Has he beguiled you with his inane theories?
Yes, and I'm mostly intrigued and wanting to become also an advanced racist.
My colleague has his peculiarities. Let's not go into this particular one just yet.
Of course. To each their own.
So the strike is connected. So the strike is connected to the lynching.
Yes, I believe there is a connection. But that's a subject for later.
Her eyes narrow. How are the talks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
Oh. So she has it mixed up, or I guess you,
I wasn't the original negotiator here.
Ah.
I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions. including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Like what?
Ludicrous even. It's meant.
What happened to this Galmont? What are their demands? The scabs at the gate, did you put them there? What happened to this Galmont?
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it?
She pauses to compose herself.
Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Okay then.
Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the Union.
Interesting. What are their demands? Yeah, what are their demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes, every worker, a member of the board.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
I like it. I don't know what to think about that. Over-aggressive commie posturing. Seems like they have no idea about business. Yeah. Yeah, seems like they have no idea about
In
business.
its defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared to every worker, a member of the board.
What does that even mean, though?
It's quite simple, you see. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision, about what? About anything really, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
Interesting. That's pretty funny, I have to admit. I'm picking that one.
They're having a blast. But how can they afford it? After 4 months, my assumption was they would prefer a more practical solution.
Okay, what are you going to do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assumed that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
Oh, the guy that gave us the key for the weasel.
This checks out.
Okay, the scabs at the gate, did you put them there?
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the Union refuses to?
Yes.
Don't let her answer it herself.
Let's call them strike breakers. You put them there, right?
If these strike breakers were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not yet, at least.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Interesting. What do you think of Everett?
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really? Really, though?
Of course not.
Yep.
Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
If you were to prick him with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No, a rapier.
You sound like you're about to take a rapier to him. That's Everett, all right. Yeah, no, that's Everett, all right.
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
I remember hearing something about this Edgar.
Have you seen him?
I'd rather you tell me, no. No, I haven't.
Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the union itself outside the brothers Claire?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Claire came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
He hesitates, looking for the right expression.
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, we are forced to cooperate with them.
Ah, they're a mob now.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother.
She turns to you. Uh-oh.
And your opinion, detective, if I may ask. I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
An effective advocate for the rights of the Loking workingmen, giant leech sucking the life of Revachol, basically a socialist mob. I prefer not to have an opinion on these things. I mean, with Everard them, it's essentially a mob. Yeah, it's essentially a mob at this point.
Thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the wolf always hungers.
Okay, one more thing. You said something happened in the elections?
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Got murdered.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
She either got paid by the Claire brothers or got murdered by the Claire brothers, I bet.
This forewoman, her name?
This forewoman, her name, Eerie, it happened, some kind of extortion probably. Her name?
Sadly, the company records do not even give a name. She's just forewoman. In private correspondence, Holly. I don't even know if it's a sir or given name, and I don't have access to the Union's files.
Holly. Holly is just a name. Eerie, it happened, some kind of Eerie.
Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a Union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Claires. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Oh, you don't have to tell me twice. They're freaking holding my gun hostage, man.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
That's all I need here. Let's change the topic.
Of course. How else can I help?
What can you tell me about this lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid.
You fall silent for a moment, contemplating something.
The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Oh, piss.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41, Detective Dubois. I'm afraid Harry doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
Oh my god, thank you, Kim. Thank you, Kim. Oh my god, thank you, Kim.
Oh, and what happened to yours, Detective?
Remember when my partner told you I'd recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
It's possible after a night of heavy drinking, I lost all memory of my life and the world. Yeah. Yeah, let's just be honest and transparent, even though it looks super bad on us.
Oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
How do I negotiate my way out of this? Then I'll find it somehow. Let's, Oh, man. Damn it! I can't save in the middle of a conversation. I don't necessarily want to try this. Then I'll find it somehow. Let's talk about something else until I do. Yeah, let's do that.
Of course. But before we do, officers, let me be perfectly clear. The situation is extremely volatile. The sooner we can speak about this lynching business, the better for all of us.
Okay. By the way, I've talked to Everett Claire. You're on a boat, you see. I think that's all for now, right? That's all we've... There's something she wants to tell you. You just have to present her with your badge to hear it. Or perhaps if you find her favor, she could... If you did her a favor, she could waive off the formality. Okay. All right. Hold on. Thank you. That's all for now.
Of course, Detective. Take care.
Alright, you know what we're gonna do? This is what we're gonna do. I saw that 17% chance, and we're going to... Let me make sure that there is a save. We're gonna keep going till we get that.
Back. Good. What can I help you with?
About my missing badge
I'm
again.
afraid I can't say any more until we've taken care of formal protocol.
Alright, here we go. 17%. Come on, baby.
Feelings.
Piss. Piss. Come back. Go back. Go back. I'm aware this is called saves coming, but...
Good. I'm afraid I can't say any more until we've taken care of formal protocol.
Here we go.
Feelings.
No, piss. All right, hold on. Oh my god. I'm aware what I'm doing is very shameful. However, this will take less time.
I'm afraid I can't say any more until we...
Feelings.
No! No, man. Watch me be here all day. Or watch me be here for like the rest of the episode.
You're back. I'm afraid I can't say any more until...
Feelings.
No, come on. I wonder if this game has like a preventative save scum thingy majig.
I'm afraid I can't say any more until...
Feelings.
No, man. All right, give me 5 more times. If it doesn't work in the next 5 times, then I'll move on. Hold on.
I'm afraid I can't say any more.
She's an
Oh!
initiator. Just float a favor at her. Insinuate.
Oh my god, okay, it didn't take that long. Thank god. She's a negotiator, just a float. Dude, medium versus your total. Suggestion 0, dice 6 plus 4 and 10 and modifier. Oh my, I barely made it. Surely there is some other way to demonstrate our law enforcement credentials.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
Okay, like what?
You're in. But expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Like what?
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason.
They're profiting from this trade.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm the stupid one for not having my badge, so...
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones. Or you can recover your badge. Though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
Not quite. No, yeah, it's a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Yeah, excuses for a moment, madame. What's good? What do you need to talk about?
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
The hush lieutenant's voice is, or the lieutenant's voice is hush. How did you hope it would go?
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman.
So we're henchmen now, really? I thought it was going well. We're henchmen now.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
Oh, it's fine. I'm sure she won't screw us over, surely, right? Because a lot of people are very trustworthy, right? Right.
Maybe this is all her plan. She might have heard about you.
The company must have more ears on the ground. She could have known about my condition. What do you propose? That we don't investigate the drug trafficking? We could just, find my badge. What do you propose? That we don't investigate the drug trafficking?
If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done and demand for her information on the lynching.
Okay. Yeah, I'm done. I'm down. All right, let's get back to her then. I'm down. Sure.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Tell me about this alleged tell me about this alleged drug trafficking.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samaran Isla into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Let me get this straight. The materials come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal.
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
Okay. And you want us to investigate. Move on.
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
The lorries, am I gonna need to the lorries? Yeah, the lorries. By truck.
Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they're vulnerable.
How convenient that they're stranded like beached whales at that roundabout.
Roundabout? What roundabout? Wait, what are you on about?
Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
It gives you a knowing look.
Her irises are light green, like the river Esperance in bright daylight, upstream where it's clearer.
Eh?
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
Uncovering Union secrets could also give you an upper hand when dealing with them.
It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded there, is it? What proof do you have that the Union is involved? We already some suspicion that one of the drivers was present at the lynching. Okay. Why didn't you come to the RCM earlier? It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded here like this, is it? Maybe? Number 2?
No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However,
He pauses, looking to the sea.
this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the trade committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue.
He looks north.
Thousands of liters of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand.
Yeah, why didn't you come to the RCM? We already have some suspicion that one of the drivers was present at the, yeah. What happens, what is she gonna provide us if we say
The
this?
two might even be connected.
Okay.
Why not? Though, if you have evidence to the contrary, I'm eager to hear it.
As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant, once the job is done.
Okay. I made up my mind about the smuggling investigation. Proceed.
Yes?
We will take this case, probe the drivers, and see what it yields.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need.
I mean, we're only on day 1, and we've already learned so much, so I doubt we'll actually need that many days.
In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
Okay, sure. Thank you. That's all for now. Bye. The Jam Mystery. Someone's using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients of drugs into Revachol. Joey said there are 3 drivers at the intersection. Talk to them. One of them must know something about the drug trade. Okay. So by... what do you call it? By roundabout, it's the one with the statue, right? That's what they mean? Looks like there was some more construction here once decades ago. What's this?
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked.
I doubt someone will answer, but...
The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna keep knocking. It's not that important. Okay, well... instead of... what the hell is this? Instead of finding the way behind the basement... Oh. Oh, wow, I just found it. I was just about to say, instead of finding the way to the basement, we found a different we found a different mission to take, but that's a complete lie now because it's right here.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head.
Okay, we're not even gonna try and like, well, let's do number 2. Press your ear against the door just to make sure that no one's in there.
The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp.
Where? Hold on. I get the feeling that we're about to get jumped. I don't know why, but that last line of saying it's a little quiet around us feels like we're about to get jumped.
Weasel's den, guarded by the lion head knocker. Both have seen better days.
Yeah, we're gonna use the key and to go
You
in.
try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt.
And
Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head.
like what?
There might be important information in the apartment. I mean, there might.
So what you're saying is we should go in there. What you're saying is we should go in there, which I will. Of course I'm gonna go in there. I'm nosy as hell. What do we got here? Take the cash, of course. This is cash, right? What is it? Oh, what is this? Morale. We're taking that. A small suitcase full of clothes. Guests are staying over. A book titled The Hidden World of Walking Sticks lies open. What's this thing? You can almost feel the warmth of the red sun on the flag. Okay. Whoever lives here admires fair-haired fantasy heroes with big muscles. Same.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty.
What's with the sun? Yeah, what's with the sun?
This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle.
What is the sevenfold sun miracle?
It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag.
Lieutenant, the old flag of suzerain. Bow down before the flag. Yeah, wait. Point. Lieutenant, the old flag of suzerain.
The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
By old-fashioned, he means very right-wing.
Very right wing. Okay. Bow down before the flag. Don't bow to the flag. Just bow down to the... What? What will happen if I bow down to the flag?
The lieutenant does not bow to the flag. It accepts your salute with quiet dignity.
Okay. I don't know what... it gave us experience, so that must have been good. Taking that.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others.
Tap on the mugs. God, I hope this doesn't break it.
A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable. There's something disdainful in the way the curves and lines of the bodies were drawn.
What do I mean uncomfortable?
It looks like the artist is celebrating diversity, but underneath, he's just making fun of these people.
Cynical, slippery bastard. I don't see these as stereotypes. I think they're honest acknowledgments of difference. I don't like the owner. Ah, cynical, slippery bastard.
You ain't gonna change someone's mind by calling them a bastard.
But they're still a bastard.
The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Yeah, because he's a big ol' racist. There are many racists in this game. The smell of disinfectant in the room smells like chemicals. Okay. Anything else here? Anything else I can do? Doesn't seem like it. Let's move on from here. Okay. Is that all? Orange, bum hat, rhetoric, health. Okay, I'm taking the health. Chairs and tables eaten by rot. Open. Okay. Everett asked you to open the basement door behind the greenhouse to intimidate the occupant. Okay. Let's go back to Everett then. Now that we've done them. Let's go speak to Everett and hopefully we'll get our gun back. Hopefully. God, I hope so, because that would be nice. Imagine that dude has our badge as well. That would be freaking wild if he does. Why can I not run? I'm double clicking though. No, I'm double clicking though. Wait, it'd be better if I use controller. Oh my god, the controller is so much better. God damn. Alright, hold on. Oh my god, the control, is the controller better? Hold on, how do I run? Oh, you can zoom in and out! Oh my god, alright, I'm playing with a controller from now on. I didn't know you could do this, wait. Hold on. What are the controls here? Highlight, action interaction, zoom in, zoom out, reset camera, pause, left hand item, right hand item. I have a left and right hand item? Back, health, okay. That'll take some time to learn, but dude, navigating through a controller in this game feels so much better. That might just be me though, because I always prefer a controller over mouse and keyboard, because I was initially a console kid before I was a PC gamer. I had a PlayStation and what do you call it? I had a PlayStation and PlayStation 1 and... I think I had a PlayStation 1, 2, and 3, and then I got a PC after that. Oh, how do I pick... Ooh, this is a little bit weird. How do I... There we go. You just gotta pick out the highlighted stuff. Yeah, oh my god, this feels so much more intuitive to move around. I've gone through how many episodes just doing mouse and keyboard, and now that I'm on controller, it feels... Oh my god, man. So if I press X... Ah, okay, so that's how you go about it. Alright. I don't know why, I genuinely thought there was no there's no controller support for this game, but clearly I was wrong. Ay-ya-ya, man. Ay-ya-ya. Okay, let me save here real quick, just in case something bad happens. And let's go speak with Mr. Ervar to hopefully get our gun back. Yo.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
I'm told the union is involved in the local drug trade. That's not a good thing to say to him. I opened the door. I opened the door. You asked me, can we discuss the murder now? Aren't you going to ask me how I got in? You called me Mr. Dubois. Why? I met Joyce, the company representative. What is in the container that's outside your office? I opened the door. You asked me. Can we discuss the murder now?
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
I may have gone inside and seen a collection of racist mugs. I did go inside. Weasel had the flag of Old Rivershaw on his wall. The deal wasn't for me to go inside, so I didn't. Yeah, let's just lie and said we didn't.
You're right, Harry. You only had to unlock the door, which you did. So we're all good here.
Perfect.
Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
You said there was a collection of colonial mugs there. I found similar mugs in the trash with the hangman's clothes. You said the lynching and the strike are related. How? Yeah, if I pick number 1, it's gonna admit that we actually lied. We just lied just now. So let's do 2. You said the lynching and the strike are related. How?
By now, I'm sure you figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
What do you mean?
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
Armed?
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
Oh.
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
That's concerning, if it's true.
I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramoritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Hold on, you have a village elephant. Go on. I think I've heard enough. Hold on, you have a village elephant. What do you mean?
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical and so is the village, but the mercs and their brutality are very real.
Okay, go on.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
Okay, I guess I shouldn't press on about the container thing. Go on.
About my fun container? It's a hoot, Harry. Who knows? Maybe you'll be in here the next time they move it. It will be very fun, I promise.
I'm very scared now.
But enough about me and my container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
Oh, the guy that got hanged?
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Oh, okay. I wasn't following.
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Okay, who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
It is organized crime. What do you mean? What do you mean, like organized crime? That is organized crime.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
They're a freaking mob, dude. They're a freaking mob. They're the mob.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land."
Wait, isn't that just kind of admitting that they... Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that kind of just admitting it, though?
He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
Lawyer girl? What?
He places a lot of faith in that lawyer girl. Perhaps this is a tactical error. Anyway.
There was a collection of colonial... No. I want to hear... no. How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the... you mentioned a lawyer girl. Yeah, you mentioned a lawyer girl.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Wait, Liz is a bright one. Paid for the degree myself, think it would probably turn out, but okay. I want to hear, how do you know the mercenaries were hired by the, tell me about Titus and his crew. Yeah, Titus Hardy and his crew.
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
I'm very glad that he's kind of just giving this information, but I get the feeling it's gonna be a pain to, like, deal with them.
You know what, Harry? I got a feeling they're gonna show up in full force tomorrow.
Eh? What do you mean?
The lieutenant marks something in his notebook.
In the few... Oh, what? This is new. This is different. In the future, I could use your backing. Can you ask the Hardy Boys to cooperate? What happens if I say this?
But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
Cool.
When you meet this Titus, tell him about this. See what he has to say.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Why are you giving it to me? Take it. I don't need it. I only wanted you to help with okay, I'll just take it.
The lieutenant watches you pocket the banknote. He looks a little puzzled.
Yeah, don't worry about it, man. I'm a whore for money. Don't worry about it.
Good boy. A real team player. Now, do you have any more questions?
Nope. Good talk, man.
Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike.
Eh? Like what?
I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
Yet? What do you mean?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
What do you want me to do?
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat.
Oh, you're right not to trust me. I take care of me. I'm a hustler. I grind. I'm not a man of the left. I'm a patriot of Revachol. You're right not to trust me. Take care of me. I'm a what? What's that supposed to mean? I'm more left than you are. This is a corrupt isn't what? This is another corrupt scheme, isn't it? I'm neither left nor right. I do what my heart tells me to do. I'm not a man of the left. I'm a patriot of Revachol.
Just between us, I don't care for those lefty dinks either. It's all about power, and here's how we're gonna get it. I need you to be my kingsman, Harry.
Huh? What do you mean?
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
Kim, what do you think of this? What are the signatures for? Fine, if I happen to be there, I can ask them. What are the signatures for?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates.
Yeah, because roller skates are rad. Hell yeah, and totally not dorky as hell.
There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
Where is this place exactly?
On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry.
Okay, fine. If I happen to be there, I can ask them. Accept the task.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here.
He hands you an open white envelope.
You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the waterlock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I'll know you're a real Kingsman and a patriot.
Okay. Alright. Sounds good. I'm not going to remember any of that, but I think that's good, man. Thanks.
See you soon, Debarder. Just kidding, but not too much.
Alright. Sounds good. What is...
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Brota.
The what? Sounds like my stomach is growling. What is my lower intestine going about? Yeah. What? The what?
Evening falls. The time has come to take the vow.
Huh? What vows?
The vows are blood and flesh.
What is my lower intestine going on about?
Lower intestine? The term is metabolic and circulatory system.
What's the hard stuff?
Fascism, Brota.
What is okay, stomach, I've made my... what? What is fascism, though?
Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revachol's problems?
Foreigners, financiers, leftist academics, liberals. I thought you were my circulatory system.
Quit stalling, Bruta. We're talking about the weakest, worst, most insane thing. The weak link.
Foreigners, financiers, leftist academics, financiers? I don't know, bro.
Yes, them. But also, women.
Huh?
Women. Men of war. You don't like them. They're insane. Their idiocy needs to be scrubbed off this world with rubbing alcohol. Woo men need to go back to the fucking kitchen.
Oh my god, why am I... Ew. Why am I a misogynist? What the fuck? Why? Why is my endurance like this? Oh, man.
That's what fascism boils down to. The rest is also important. But the main thing is that women need to know their place.
Okay, am I having some kind of stomach seat? What is happening?
Stomach truth. You're having a stomach truth.
Why am I getting this?
Because you've said the hard things that others won't say. The good things, you've said them many times.
Fascism sounds so bad, though. What if we called it something else, like traditionalism? Oh my god. Alright, whatever. Oh god. Yeah, isn't this just misogyny? I'm not for this. The fuck? Okay, stomach, I made up my mind about fascism.
You're going to keep your views, right? Keep your views, Brota.
Absolutely not. Go fuck yourself.
There's a slow, painful growl somewhere in your intestines, knocking on your alcohol-engorged liver.
Who cares? I'm not for that, bro. Fuck
it is
that.
one of betrayal and disappointment.
Eat shit and die. How about that? Okay, let me get out of here so I can save real. Why can I not move? Why can I not move? Wait, I can't move. Why can I not move? Why can't... Oi. I can't move. Why can I not move? What is happening?
Advanced race theory.
Oh. Oh, okay. The thing... yeah.
Everything's calm in the eye of the race storm. Your mind is lucid and bright. The mind-bending phylogenetics appear more distant and, to be fair, a little ridiculous. The great race mystery has cleared up. All that's left to do is verbalize your thoughts. Go and talk to Measurehead about your newly found insights.
Okay. Hopefully this thought that we just completed didn't make us a super racist. Or what do they call it? An advanced racist? Hopefully not. Alright, thanks, man. Can I leave now? Okay, I can leave now. Thank God. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. This is a whirlwind of so many different things, man. Oh, yeah. Alright, well, that's going to be it for this episode of Disco Elysium. It went a little bit long because we were thrown with so much information by the end of it, and I'm just like, well, I have to take all this in preparation for all the stuff that we have to do next. But yeah, that's going to be it. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe if you want to see more. Well, I'm definitely going to continue this. And hopefully the people who are enjoying this are continuing to watch it and enjoy it. So that hopefully we can finish this game. That'd be tight. That'd be tight if I can finish this game. Because this is very interesting. It's still a little daunting for me that there's no combat, because the closest game that I've experienced with this format is Baldur's Gate 3, and I very much enjoyed the combat of that game, but with this just being full dialogue, it's really interesting. It's really fun. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Like the video if you like it, subscribe if you want to see more, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye.